Our Albertsons shoppers donate to Goodwill because it's convenient and they always get a receipt.
I donate to Goodwill because Goodwill keeps things like computers out of our landfills.
I donate to Goodwill because Goodwill turns gently used goods into jobs for people in our community.
I donate to Goodwill because when I give, Southern Nevada benefits.
Donate.
Donate.
It's easy to donate.
Shop and donate today. Pahrumps Goodwill is located in the former Ace Hardware building.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back to News 46. Well, Osama bin Laden's son-in-law was found guilty today in New York of helping al-Qaeda terrorists conspire to kill Americans and providing material support to terrorists. Federal prosecutors said at Saloumen Abu Ghait's trial that the Kuwaiti cleric played a critical role as the organization's principal mouthpiece and recruiter, helping restore al-Qaeda's trove of new terrorists as deadly missions turned its members into martyrs. Abu Ghait's wearing a dark suit displayed no reaction as the verdict from an anonymous jury of 9 women and 3 men was read. The jury deliberated about 5.5 hours as the defendant was being escorted out of the packed courtroom. There was a slight smile on his face. The 48-year-old Abu Ghait faces life in prison at sentencing on September 8th. And here's today's Angie's List report with Noah Began, who gives some tips on painting your house.
When it comes to home improvement, painting is one of the easiest and least expensive ways to dramatically change the look of a room. However, there are many factors that can influence how your project will turn out. We show you what they are in today's Angie's List report.
Recently we had Pinnacle paint our mantle. Before it was stained wood. We really thought that's what we wanted when we initially built the house, but we really decided we needed to change, and so they painted that. It's been a great difference for our living room.
Professionals painted the mantle and the kitchen in Brad Sutler's home. He plans on having more painting done this year.
Like many people, I've got 3 little kids, so there are many stains, scratches, and nicks on the wall.
Painting is a great way to boost your home's value, and the color can change the look of a room. Experts say there are certain colors that are popular today.
We're seeing a lot of grays and blues, but the grays aren't traditional grays. They're more of kind of earth tone grays, a little softer than just like a steel gray, so it's a little warmer finish.
Once you've picked the perfect color, you'll have to decide on what type of finish you want for the space.
So if you have a bathroom that's a high humidity area, you'd want a higher sheen paint, an eggshell or a satin, and that way it'll be moisture resistant. It'll clean up a little bit better.
The key to a great paint job is to make sure you have prepped the areas properly. Fix any imperfection to ensure your painting job holds up well.
And a lot of times people tackle this project themselves, but you need to understand when you might be in over your head, because a good paint job is really dependent on the prep work. So if you have walls that need a lot of repair or resurfacing, hiring a professional may be well worth the money. Also, if you have a lot of tricky trim work, that might not be the room you want to test on.
And first of all, my wife would never let me paint the house. Secondly, it's just it's a time factor. I'm very busy with my family, and I just don't have the time to do it.
Consider these elements when obtaining a painting estimate: number of coats, square footage, and prep work. Get 3 bids to ensure you are comparing apples to apples. A good contract will include the type of finishes and colors, as well as the number of coats and the pricing for additional coats. Quality products are key, so be sure your contractor is using what you want. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
Thank you, Noah. And let's join Carrie Sherrill with your entertainment this week.
Mick Jagger said a final goodbye to Loren Scott before his girlfriend was laid to rest in a Hollywood cemetery yesterday. Jagger's daughters and grandchildren also spoke at the private funeral for Scott at the historic Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Scott, a notable fashion designer and Jagger's longtime girlfriend, was found dead in her apartment in New York last week. The medical examiner concluded that the 48-year-old killed herself by hanging. There are speculative reports that she was in debt over $6 million with her fashion designing business and that it could have contributed to her depression. It is almost 20 years ago that 27-year-old singer Kurt Cobain died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. As the anniversary of the death of the lead singer of the band Nirvana approaches early next month, rumors have stirred on social media that police might be reopening the case. They are not, they have said in a statement, but they are releasing new photos of the crime scene. The released photos do not include images of Kurt Cobain's dead body, but the dingy, scratched images of syringes, a tainted spoon, lighter, and other personal belongings strewn across the floor will likely bring fans back to sad memories. Gwar lead singer Dave Brockie died Sunday. Brockie was 50 years old. His body was found by his bandmate at his home in Richmond, Virginia. An autopsy will be done to determine why he died. Gwar, the metal band formed in 1984, billing itself as Earth's only openly extraterrestrial rock band, Brockie performed as Gwar's frontman under the persona Odorous Arungus. The band was based on mythology of an elite group of chaos warriors who ravaged the galaxy until they were banished to the most insignificant planet in the universe, the seething mudball known as Earth. That's your entertainment this week. I'm Carrie Sherrill.
Thank you, Carrie. And here's Angela Miles bringing you today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Wednesday, March 26th. I'm Angela Miles. Walmart admits its dependency on government benefits. In its annual report to the SEC, the company listed among factors that could hurt sales numbers changes in the amount of payments made under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Plan and other public assistance plans. The International Business Times reports this is the first time Walmart acknowledged reliance on taxpayer funds in an annual report. A credit card security company is targeted in a new lawsuit. Trustwave Holdings faces a lawsuit in the Target security breach. Two banks allege the security company failed to identify deficiencies in Target's IT systems, according to Crane Chicago. And the housing bubble crisis is coming to the silver screen. Brad Pitt's Plan B production studio and Paramount Pictures will adapt the best-selling book The Big Short Inside the Doomsday Machine into a film. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Well, folks, keep it here because we're going to have your weather with Noah Began right after these messages.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Wednesday, March 26th. Today we had partly cloudy skies with a high of 67 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 73 degrees. Winds were coming from the west-southwest today at 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 46 miles per hour. Some extremely high winds there today. The UV index was at 7, which is high. Humidity was at 26%. Sunrise was at 6:38 this morning, and the record high in 1947 was 87 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 44 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 51 degrees. Winds would calm down coming from the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 16 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 45%. Sunset will be at 7:01 p.m. and the record low in 1948 was 34 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 45 degrees. Winds will be coming from the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 10 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 40%. Sunrise will be at 6:37 a.m. and the UV index will be 7, which is high. For our 7-day forecast, we have a mostly cloudy week. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the high 60s to the low 80s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the low 40s to the low 50s. I'm Noah Began for your News 46 weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you very much, Noah. Well, Shadow Mountain Community Players is holding a casting call for Importance of Being Earnest tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center. For more information, call Carlton at 775-727-6145. And folks, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Monique Mitchell. And from everyone up here at News 46, we hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow. Until then, good night.